got back from our Nilgai hunt a few days ago, and it's a pretty quick hunt.
It was a heck of a drive. Pretty tired, but I don't know, pretty excited too.
This episode of 8 Second Outdoors is brought to you by Yeti, built for the wild.
Good morning. It's about 12:30 in the morning. We are headed down to deep South Texas, close to Los Fresnos, and we're going on a Nilgai hunt. We're going to try to knock down a Nilgai with a bow, which is going to be pretty tough. I'm looking forward to the challenge, and hopefully we have a little luck. $250,000 by the time we get down there. Here we go. Really thought about skinning them with my teeth, but it'll probably be better. What you call some spotless wheels. Can't even see them. It was a heck of a drive. Pretty tired, but I don't know, pretty excited too. Looking forward to getting in the stand, seeing what we can, what shows up. Pretty sweet little setup. Scream South Texas right there. Look at it. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's always been a bucket list. You had the pig out here a couple times?
Yeah, he's been out here.
Yeah. I talked to him and Keith about it a little bit. He said it's a good time. So.
Yeah. Keith's never been here.
No, he was telling me pig about his stories though, and Dap, and he said Dap gave you a hard time.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Well,
he does that, no big deal.
I'm gonna get my bow out and shoot it, and then we'll be ready to roll.
Yeah.
Just pulled up about 15 minutes ago. As soon as we pulled up to the gate, there was already Nilgai standing there, so that was a pretty good sign. And it's really, really windy right now, so the only thing that's going to be difficult about that is making sure that I can hit my target. So I'm going to fire a few shots down range here and make sure the bow's still on, and go find us a place to sit out this evening. Hey, Mr. John, their vitals are a little more forward, aren't they?
They are. So you're gonna want to go right up the leg, and yeah, shoot them kind of right in the middle, or just lower, a little lower.
Okay.
Heart sits kind of low in the shoulder.
I've been to Africa a couple times, and I went right through the shoulder, and I didn't know if...
Same thing,
Okay, sounds good.
like Elan and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah. You know, I've wanted to hunt a Nilgai for a long time. They're just a cool animal. They're actually come from India. They came over about the 1920s or 30s. King Ranch brought them over, and they're just thriving in South Texas right now. And the numbers have just grown rapidly over the last few years. And you know, they're just a really smart animal. They're big, tough, and you get one knocked down, they're pretty good eating too.
It's the main area they
Got some holes in right here now.
Are you guys footage wise?
Like 15 bulls standing there, a couple really nice ones, mature bulls. Made a little brush blind, and wish us luck. It's pretty windy. All right, it's about 4:30. We've been out here since about 11:30, so we've been out here quite a while and hadn't had anything come into water yet. Prime time is kind of getting here, trying to stay put. The only thing we've seen so far is an alligator, and the wind's really kicking right now. So hopefully the closer we get towards the end of the day, wind will die down a little bit. They'll come in and get some water and give us a shot. I'll tell you what, today would have been a good day to try to stalk one. I feel like as much wind as we've had, I feel like we'd had a pretty good chance of sneaking up on one. I just think they're really weary coming into this water right now with all the wind, and I don't know. I mean, I think if we were going to do anything different today, I probably would have tried to put a stalk on one. We've seen a lot of bulls, and especially driving in this morning, just I don't know. They were moving, but they were staying in the thick stuff. So if we have this wind tomorrow, we might try to put a stalk on one. Really big Nilgai bull that came in out of nowhere. and came in right to the water hole and looked up. He was 57 yards away. Wind was blowing really hard to our left, and I mean, no excuses. I hit him a little further back than what I wanted to, but at the angle he was at, I think there's a better than good chance. He just went maybe a couple hundred yards right there, and hopefully he's piled up. But yeah, at the angle he was at, he was quartered really hard, so we got our fingers crossed that give him some time. And let's see, it's about 5 o'clock now, so we'll give him a couple hours and see what he does. Got back from a Nilgai hunt a couple of days ago. We were down in deep South Texas, and that was the first Nilgai hunt I'd ever been on. It was run and gun as soon as we got there. We were running a little bit late, went and set up a little brush blind by a pond, and it was pretty special because everybody I'd ever talked to about a Nilgai hunt had had a hard time getting one with a gun, much less a bow. And we sit there all day long over this water hole, and it's pretty windy, and right as it started getting closer to that perfect, hour where things were cooling off and wind was dying down, we started seeing a few Nilgai, and one ended up coming in, I believe it's 60 yards right across the little pond there, and hit him a lot further back than what I wanted to, but at the angle he was at, we ended up recovering him 250, 300 yards. And, I think that's the importance of not rushing in too fast and just letting one lay and expire. And that was one of the most exciting hunts I've ever had in my life, and we'll definitely be going back on another Nilgai hunt. We're at Dalton Castle's house, getting on practice bulls. This is going to be the second practice bull I've been on in about 8 months, and really looking forward to it. Even though he's on a different team, he's willing to help me out today, so we're going to get on some good practice bulls and be tuned up for team season.
I'm setting all the captives free, but I'm hanging by a wire. All those suckers know my name, but I just gotta fight the fight. They love to play those dirty games.
That was fun.
Look out, I'm coming. Look out, I'm a dangerous man.
Felt good. The boy had a lot of time into him. I felt like I was in sync the whole time. Was able to open up and really felt like I, had been doing it these last 8 months.
felt really good. And I don't know, man. The rest of the season feels like that. We're gonna be in good shape.
Man, if you talk about you can't draw up a better practice bull and to work on the fundamentals, and a guy like him be able to ride that bull like that, beat on him a little bit, show control. He was in the middle the whole time. I don't know what more you could ask for going into the next event, or just feeling good, staying good. That's about as solid of a practice you could ask for, is what he did right there. Man, that guy's good. That guy's good. I'd like to talk to him more about hunting than riding bulls, honestly, but the guy's pretty good at what he does.
I met Dalton in Nashville, Tennessee. It was his rookie year, and you know, he was a kid that I'd seen before on social media and knew how good he was. And Dalton showed up with his name on his shirt, said Dalton Castle, and I said, man, you know what, you're gonna ride good enough one day, you don't have to have your name on your shirt, people will remember you without it. And he's definitely done that, and you know, he's proved that he's a top 5 guy in the world and a #1 guy at any given day. This sport is different in many ways than any other sport. I feel like you'd never see somebody from the Kansas City Chiefs practicing with the Dallas Cowboys, but you know, Dalton's on the Austin Gamblers and I'm on the Carolina Cowboys, and it just goes to show that, you know, in the sport of bull riding or rodeo, you know, we're out to help each other. We want to see each other succeed. We want to see each other do good, and you know, if we can help each other be at that top level, it makes it that much more fun to ride and be a part of. Because when you do win, you know that you were the best.
I won 3 events with a broken collarbone. The best I ever rode.
I got a video of him.
Have I ever rode one of your bulls?
I don't know what all you got on. I know you got 8-13 at the team finals. You cut him off there.
Oh,
And then he's
sucked.
mad at me. Yeah.
I didn't cut him off.
Yes, you did.
Oh, he had a weird corner or something.
He didn't have a
I
corner.
told
'cause
you,
cut him
I
off.
never am the reason I fall off.
You did tell me that. I think you were still standing in the bucking chute when you said that to me.
And I never got out of it.
No, yeah, that's fact.
That's the fastest buck off I ever had.
So practice was really good today. I only got on 1 bull, but you know, that goes, for me, it's if I get on 1 bull and I feel like I accomplished everything that I set out for, then there's no point in getting on another one. Just to prove it to myself, I've done it over 1,000 times now, so I know I can do it. But I knew after the first bull that I got on today that, you know, my timing was on, I was aggressive, I was confident, there was no bobbles, and I felt like, you know, I was able to pick up when that bull decided to switch up and go back to the left, and I was able to slow down and focus on my get off. I mean, everything to me from the time I was in the chute, the time I was, you know, getting off, everything went the way that it should. There's a lot coming up. We've got several hunts lined up in the near future, and then, you know, I'm anxious to get into training camp with my team and kind of start building that bond. I feel like that can take a team to a different level, and we'll spend about a week in North Carolina. Jerome Davis's, Tiffany Davis, and RCR. We'll spend a lot of time up there with Austin Dillon and Mr. Richard Childress, and you know, that's something I'm really looking forward to, getting the team together and spending that time together. And after that, middle of July, team season starts in Oklahoma, ready to get that part of this series kicked off and get to winning.